Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you here tonight to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Cup Series. This will be your deciding round of 12, or your final round of 12, as this is your cutoff race into the round of 8. We're going to see some playoff drivers take to the track here tonight and try to cement themselves here later into the playoffs. We go into the round of 8 next week, and we're 3 weeks out, Chris, for a championship here in the Bluegrass Cup Series. It feels like we just started. Can't believe we're already this far, but
yeah, we've only got 3 more races left after this one.
Yeah, we're going to see some good races here tonight. As so far here tonight on the track, it looks like Kratashi is so far the man out on the pole. Good to see the 81 back out on track here tonight. As it looks like Sturgill Jr. is going to follow behind him with about 4/100ths of a second off. Oh, Mikey Neal Jr. actually just set pole position here, 30.61.
We'll see if Mikey Neal can set up something good here tonight. You know, we've got a couple of drivers who are battling for those points positions. David Barber right now setting that second fastest lap. Michael Sturgill going to jump himself back up into the pole with a 30.1 lap there from that 70 of Sturgill. We'll see if Mikey Neal can set a better lap here on that second time by. He will. He set himself up into that pole, 30.09. So Mikey Neal with the fastest lap so far. Looks like Gabriel Ellison can be setting his second lap here, moved himself up into that 5th spot, and his teammate of Doug Newbigging going to be also in that spot behind him. See if that Team Lucky Duck Motorsports can get anything done. It looks like Doug Newbigging going to set the fastest lap there. Looks like it was a 30.08.
09 or 09 or 08, whichever one we're getting.
Yeah, so pretty much the same
Gabriel
time.
Ellison set himself up to P3.
Yeah, pretty much the same time there as Mikey Neal Jr. So we're going to see if anybody can better that time. It looks like we're starting to get down to the 29-second era. So wondering if any of these boys here can set that 29-second lap tonight.
Right. Yeah, we might see some 29-second laps here tonight, Chris, but you know, really just expecting to see some competitive qualifying here tonight. Last night we saw in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, you know, as well, there was very little separation in between the field for qualifying. Tenths separated them from last to first, so I'm expecting to see that same nature here tonight, some competitive racing, and I think we're going to see a very, very good race here tonight. This could shake up some of these playoff drivers that are trying to get their way into the round of 4 here tonight. Or round of 8, excuse me. I think we could definitely see some chaos here tonight. This is a big cutoff race here, and a lot of drivers are going to be driving a little bit more aggressive than they probably usually have all season, and that could you know, bring on some mayhem, and we might see some more trouble than what we're used to here in Bluegrass, I think.
Yeah, we saw in the practice section, Zach Nichols did hold the fastest lap, so that 44 held the fastest lap of the practice session, did pull it out there pretty much at the end of it. So he kind of held on to all of his momentum there to the end. We'll see if that 44 might be trying to go for a hard charger there, not qualify. Actually, you'd have to qualify to be able to get the hard charger. We'll see if that 44 Zach Nichols is going to come out and take a lap. Got the 21 of Morgen Baird out on the track right now. We know we got a lot of Morgen Baird fans in that YouTube chat here the last few weeks. We'll see if that 21 can have some better luck here tonight. Currently sitting in that 11th spot, tied for that last position. So we're going to have to see if Morgen Baird can really set up something here. We saw him doing some pretty good laps in practice, so we'll see if he has something for his qualifying lap. You see him just running that top lane, getting that car wound up. He's going to go attack that bottom lane here, that second lap. We'll see that first lap just going to set him up in that 10th spot. We're going to see him drag all the way down there to that white line. Should see him take a really good line out of turn 2. He does. So coming out of turn 2, we'll see how this is going to set him up coming down the backstretch. Riding a little low down the backstretch, not all the way up against the wall, but trying to make that track just as short as you can. You see the 21 riding that white line all the way down there to the bottom. So going below the white line, we'll see what that 21 can set himself up into. Way down there on the bottom of the track, going to set himself up into that 7th position.
Good lap, but it's just so competitive a field tonight.
Yeah,
but a 30.1 really ain't going to get you nowhere. It's going to set him in 7th. A great lap from Morgan. Just there's, you know, a lot more room here with these guys setting it up almost in the 29. So, you know, shoot, I'd be more than happy with a 30.1 right now. And I think, you know, it's just like we said, it's that competitive nature coming out with the playoffs. Everybody has been practicing, running laps, hot laps, everything, getting this car ready for tonight. So you're going to see some guys definitely go out here and throw down some laps that maybe some of the other drivers weren't aware of. Like, man, we can run that fast here? Well, that's just what happens when you got these guys that put in some of the hours and hours. The 31 riding a new scheme this week. Still the singular throwback, but it's a fresh look to it.
We're here with Matt Kemp, see where he can set himself up tonight. Again, we do appreciate everybody out there on that Facebook, that YouTube channel for coming out and checking us out here and hanging out with us at the Cup Series race here tonight. I see Stephen Nichols already in the YouTube chat saying no chance Motorsports rocks. Let's go 44, 54, and 21. Good to have you, Stephen. And I see Nate Messner saying Bard, baby. Victoria Taylor saying hoping Bard for a win tonight. And let's get these No Chance boys to the round of 8. Nate Messner, good to have y'all over in the the YouTube chat. Saw Matt Kemp currently setting himself up in that 3rd position. So as you're looking right now, just in your top 8, you see it's a 30.8, and then separated by no time at all is that 25. Matt Kemp is 1/1000th off. Gabriel Ellison, 2 1,000ths off. Sturgill right on that same lap time. Farmer 4, and then Katachi 5, Bard 5. You see, and that's a very competitive front field right now.
Oh, yeah, it is going to be a great race here tonight, Chris. You know, pre-race, I was telling you, I think we're going to see, you know, some guys possibly win here that, you know, you might not think is going to win. We've seen it all week. You know, with the Truck Series, we saw David Brackett, Robert Richards come down to an absolute barn burner last night. It was a good race. I mean, it's just, it's looking like it's going to be a good night here tonight. 30.06 from Zach Nichols. That's going to set him on pole here with about a minute and 40 left in qualifying, and it looks like we don't have many drivers left to. Everybody has set a lap, haven't they? Yeah, everybody has indeed.
So we'll go ahead and run through the points here just real quick while we've got a second in the action. Let's go ahead and get those pulled up. All right, and there you go. So Zach Nichols is going to be your current points leader with 10 wins. We've seen Zach Nichols currently sitting on that pole right now, getting it done like he normally does. Matt Kemp, his teammate, in that 2nd position. And then tied for that 3rd place is Mikey Neal and Brandon Holder. In that 5th place, Gabriel Ellison, Scott Fritz in 6th. Tied for 7th is Doug Newbigging and Wyatt Brackett. Matt Grenier in 9th, Frankie Barroso in 10th, and then Morgen Baird and David Farmer tied for that 11th spot. So hanging out really far in those points. So David Farmer and Morgen Baird got to hope for a really good finish here tonight if they want to get close to that round of 8.
Oh, yeah. And Chris, you know, usually I'm used to that playoff or that point call out being such a long segment right there, but hearing it so short just makes me realize it's go time. I mean, these drivers are going to have to get going tonight. Speaking about getting going, we're about 25 seconds out here from taking the grid here. 15 race cars will take the track here tonight. Very small field for the Cup. I want to say this is probably the smallest field we've had all season. So, but you know, sometimes when you get to the playoffs and real life stuff happen, and some drivers not able to continue, or you know, some drivers just flat out quit, and so you know, we'll see a small field here tonight, but it's not going to take away from the racing. Trust me, this front pack is about to be raced, and the drivers we do have in the field are all very talented drivers. This is going to be a good race. I'm expecting to see an absolute barn burner and an absolute slobber knocker. Looks like, though, the pace car has assessed its way out on the track, and our cars are being magically dropped in as we are going to take to the grid here in just a moment. That brand new Iracing Pace Car. I say brand new. That was what, last year that thing was brought out?
Yeah, last year.
Jeez Louise, man. That thing's already been a year. Well, our newer Iracing Pace Car. That just shows you, man, when you're having fun with calling this race and time flies, it feels like that thing just came out. It was last January. That's crazy. Either way, that pace car going to take the field. It looks like we're still waiting for a decent chunk of drivers here to take to the grid, and we will have your race, your starting grid here for the race in just a moment.
Looks like a little bit more cars are starting to grid in. Just waiting on that 44 is Zach Nichols.
Once again, thank you for joining us here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Once again, this is going to be a fun race. I love this track here at Las Vegas. The racing is going to be exciting. We're going to see some good, hard battles here between our drivers. And especially with what's all on the line here, I'm expecting to see a show here for you fans. As you see Zach Nichols getting the wheels back to center as he loads up and sits down in the rig. We're going to go ahead and get through your qualifying grid here. It is going to be that 44 Mountain Dew Spark Toyota Camry of Zach Nichols sitting on pole position here. Going for what? Win 11 this season?
11.
Doug Newbigging going to set himself on the outside pole with an absolute fantastic lap. Mikey Neal Jr., he is going to set himself up in third with Matt Kemp in that fourth position. You go back a little bit, you're going to see Gabriel Ellison sitting in that fifth spot, with Michael Sturgill Jr. sitting in sixth position here tonight. Then it's going to be David Farmer in seventh, with that Jaden Katashi machine starting here tonight in eighth. Ninth, going to go to Scott Fritz here, that number 1 machine going to start in ninth position, with Morgen Baird starting in that 10th spot here. Then we're going to get to David Farmer. Excuse me. Just give me a second. Everybody, we're at 11th now, yeah. Goodness gracious, everybody was out of sync. Mo Abbott, he's going to be starting in 11th, with 12th going to that Matt Grenier machine. Then we're going to see 13th to go into Brian Terry. And 14th going to go to that Brandon Holder machine with a Wyatt Brackett. Rounding out your field, and man, that was hard right there. I was having to do math. -7 + 6. They were all over the place there for a second. And I was just having to guess. But we are going to see our pace lights turn off here. Iracing Pace Car is going to turn left here in just one moment. He whips that joint down in the pit lane. And we're going to see our flagman show them the green flag as they hit the start zone. Green, 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 drivers. We are racing. As you see the 44 and the 7 of Doug Newbigging get off to a start. The 7's outside lane was a little bit slack back here, but the 54 going to get off to a, I guess a good start there on that outside lane, as it looks like Newbigging's going to pull just a little bit of a gap, but Mikey Neal Jr. all over the back bumper of that 44. He's looking to make some progress here early. He was a driver last week that was showing a lot of speed. And then it looks like Morgen Baird now moving to the inside lane, 2x2 going here into turn 1. As it looks like Zach Nichols is going to be the only driver that single-filed himself out. But I say that 7 machine just got an absolute run on the outside lane. New leader here. Zach Nichols will not lead the lap. It will be that 7 of Doug Newbigging, your leader here at the end of lap 1.
Yeah, wondering if that 44 just had to get out of the gas on that inside lane. We saw early on in the race, the truck race Monday, we saw the trucks getting loose up on that top lane whenever they were 2x2 in the corner. So maybe that's something that happened on that inside lane. Maybe Zach Nichols got the air taken off that back spoiler or something, and that 7 was able to creep up around him. But you saw the 77 Newbigging also get up around, 77 to Gabriel Ellison also get up around the 44. See if Mikey Neal now sitting in that 4th spot is going to be able to, the 5th spot. David Farmer right in front of him, riding that outside lane. Whoa, a little bit of looseness there from that 84, but he's going to get it up the top of the track. Maybe the 44 going on a little bit of conserve right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Zach Nichols knows what he's got to do to conserve the car here and get the fuel mileage going. But these guys are still going to keep the race going up here. Gabriel Ellison looks like he's experimenting to the outside lane off a corner exit. He's going to follow in behind his teammate here. That Lucky Duck 7 and 77 going to be the 1 and 2 combo here tonight. You're going to see David Farmer, the 84. Brian Terry, yeah, he just had the fastest time that last time by 30.44.
Yeah, Brian Terry, fastest lap under race trim, so good job from the 13 there. He's the caboose of the field, but hey, he's still hanging on. We're seeing the 84 now. David Farmer starting to pull up to that back bumper. We've got 3 playoff drivers, 5 playoff drivers up here in the front. Actually, we'll just say all the playoff drivers up here in the front. There is a bunch of stuff going on up here in front of, man, that 21 of Morgen Baird. You see the 1, Scott Fritz riding that outside lane. Whoa, David Farmer taking the inside lane on the 77 of Gabriel Ellison. Somebody back there blinking.
21 might have just, that's like 3 of Mo Abbott. I was going to say the 21 got a big drive in there to the back bumper. of the 25 of Mikey Neal. They almost made some contact through the entrance or through a corner entrance on 1 and 2. But up here in front, it looks like that 84 David Farmer starting to find some more speed. As you see the other Lucky Duck teammate, the 70, coming to the bottom or the back bumper of that 77. Lucky Duck, they're showing up here tonight, man. You know, last week they said they were starting to get some of that name, the luck in their side. Hey, it's starting to show here. They're starting to get some speed, as 3 of their drivers are in the top 5 right now. One was just leading, but it looks like David Farmer, he's found the speed now.
Yeah, David Farmer, you saw him go on that outside lane, get a really good push from that outside lane of Michael Sturgill and all of them whenever he started coming up there behind that 77. Did push that 84 up into the front. So here at going to lap 7, the 84 going to lead lap 6. We've already had 3 lead changes here, and we've only done 7 laps. So that's just going to show you that we've got a lot of speed up here in the front. Speaking of speed, Mo Abbott all the way from the back of the field, up 6 positions right now, up into that 5th spot. So we're seeing maybe that 44 Zach Nichols, just like we were saying a second ago, just going on a little bit of conserve line now. He knows that these drivers are going to get up here and really race hard in the front. As you see the 7, Doug Newbigging falling back all the way to that 7th spot. So now Mikey Neal on that back bumper. So we've got Mikey Neal still battling for that position, but it looks like 77, Gabriel Ellison, making a move on the inside of David Farmer. He's going to go ahead and assume that lead.
It looks like everybody's just finding the speed here. One driver fast, the next driver fast, then it's the next driver fast. And it looks like Gabriel Ellison is now going to promote himself into the lead here, and he will lead a lap here tonight at Las Vegas. Granted, he holds the car under him here off of 4, and it looks like he will down to the apron. 77, your new leader here at lap 9. He will bring the field into turn 1 and 2, and it looks like Michael Sturgill Jr., and you hear already some intermittent saving from these guys. Just a short little cycle of clutch in, let the car just breathe a little bit. Keep it going. You hear some small saving from these guys, just probably trying to make it to the stage here. As you see the 70. Yeah, and if you do see blinking, Jason's even saying in himself, he's seeing not just more than one driver, he's saying, is blinking. So it might be iRacing side. So if you do see some blinking stream-wise, I haven't personally seen a lot of blinking. Might be towards a little bit more of the mid-pack right now. I do see some drivers.
That's the only driver that I've seen blink so far in my session. But a lot of these drivers back here in the back that are racing a little closer, they could be experiencing some of that. We do know iRacing is trying to fix a lot of their netcode issues, which it did look like the Xfinity race. There was a little bit more, they were able to lean a little bit more on each other. Maybe they did get it a little straightened out, but every time they fix something, they got to break something even worse. Whoa, the 21 Morgen Baird getting loose.
Yeah, and he's going to get back down to the bottom. You see the 54 of Matt Kemp. He's going to get a little bit out of sorts with that. Look at Brian Terry, Chris, rolling himself up into the 9th spot. That 13 came to play tonight.
Yeah, Brian Terry showing really good speed out here in this back pack. You see him getting around the 54. The 21 Morgen Baird, Jaden Kurtachi back there as well. So you're going to have 3 teammates.
Ooh, 21 wanting to go across his nose.
Yeah.
Looks like he should be clear in the corner entry. Will the 81 of Jaden Kurtachi going to get hung out from his teammates right there, as he's going to roll it back out on the outside lane. Like we said, good to see the 81 back out here and running the track, as it looks like that 25 of Mikey Neal Jr. is going to pull back up behind him and try to get some much needed track position back. But that 25 I think might be saving right now, as we're going to see that 70, 77, and 84 in that 1st, 2nd, and 3rd spot. Ellison, Sturgill Jr., and Farmer, your lead 3 right now. And look at that, Chris. Now Mo Abbott is up in 4th place with Scott, Fritz, and 5th. So it looks like we've got some savers back there in the field. I'm thinking our guys that started up here in the front are doing some saving. Brian Terry rolling in that 8th spot right here behind Grenier, that Team 207 Ford Mustang, and the No Chance Motorsports championship leader right now. That 44 of Zach Nichols.
Yeah, you see Zach Nichols pretty much
just 3 wide behind him.
Yeah, whoa, 3 wide, man. That is something you are going to probably see a lot of here tonight, but it looks like maybe a little bit of shuffling going on up here. As you were saying that, Josh, I did notice that David Farmer and Sturgill did just blink and come back. So, yeah, noticing a little bit of blinking here, so maybe iRacing just having a little bit of an issue. But, hey, we're still here rolling. These guys back here in the back are definitely rolling. We know they don't want to be back here in this pack here early on. We're only 14 laps into this. The stage will not come until lap 30, so they've got a pretty good bit of laps. We're only 15 15 laps in, so we're halfway to the stage right now. So they've got a lot of working going on. And it looks like that 44 is Zach Nichols starting to apply that pressure just a little bit, dragging that 13 of Brian Terry up with him.
Yeah, the 13 of Brian Terry now rolling up into that 7th spot. He's doing an excellent job here tonight. Just going up there and getting himself some experience racing with the boys again. It's been a season for the 13. You know, we saw him show some speed at North Wilkes-Barre. He's always fast on those old school short tracks. So that shows you what kind of driver Brian Terry is. He should be out there running them late models. I bet you if we had a late model series, Brian Terry would tear him up.
Yeah, Brian Terry always showing some really good speed out on the track. But right now, you're seeing everything get stacked up a little bit. Zach Nichols currently sitting in that 5th spot. Or 6th spot, excuse me. He's starting to battle up with Scott Fritz. So it looks like maybe that 44, like we said, just did a little bit of a tire concern. But now
Matt Grenier just came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Yeah, I just saw that.
Whoa, 10 and 25 just made contact. 10's down on the grass. Oh, man.
A little bit of contact there, but it looks like they were able to keep it going straight. See if we can go back and see what happened here.
Oh, 10 and the 21 just washed up in front of each other.
Whoa.
It looks like they're going to settle it out. It looked like the 21, right before we switched cameras, was about to hit the 10 with the way the 10 was bouncing up the track, but it looks like they're going to settle it out here. 3 wide still, Chris. Did I tell you about that show we were going to have tonight?
Ooh, this is getting interesting. We knew the Cup boys were going to really come out and play. But, man, they are really coming out and playing right now. Just look at what's going on. Mo Abbott on that inside lane. The 44 is Zach Nichols starting to make that outside lane come alive. Whoa, you saw the 70 of Michael Sturgill.
Oh, he's in the wall. I think Zach just tagged the wall.
Yeah, he just went up and blocked that momentum really hard, though, that 44. So we're probably going to see that 70 of Michael Sturgill do that for that 77 of Gabriel Ellison. Probably going to see him try to block as much as he can for his teammate.
I mean, that's his playoff teammate right there. Whoa, we've got a big shuffle right here, Chris. These boys could wreck if they don't settle it down.
Still 3 wide back behind them. See Matt Grenier blinking a little bit. You know, if you're that 25, that's something you do not want to see in front of you.
Yeah, 15 is blinking really bad at Matt Grenier. We'll see if it gets settled out. Oh, Brian Terry, the 10 of Wyatt Brackett, taking it 3 wide to the top lane.
Brian Terry probably saying, I want out of this right now.
Hey, Brian, man, this is the action he's been probably craving. He's getting it now.
Yeah, we're seeing him fall back just a little bit, but he's probably having to just get out and reassess the situation. You know, he got all the way up there to that 7th spot, so Brian Terry, big shut off there from that 21 of Morgen Baird. So, man, you even saw Brandon Holder react to that. Brandon Holder was ready to take it all the way down to the apron. He saw that reaction.
81-10. Oh, my goodness, 84, the 10, the 81, they were 3 wide. And there comes a teammate, Matt Kemp, behind him. Jesus, man. You would think this is lap 131, not lap 21. This is insane.
Yeah, look at that. Zach Nichols now rolled his way all the way up into that 2nd spot. So that was what that 44 was doing.
44 is Zach Nichols, yeah, I was about to say, rolling that outside lane from back, Chris, and coming, ain't he?
Yeah, so, you know, the 44 is showing you that he was just saving those tires. He was just trying to let his teammates get caught up. Now you see the 70 of Michael Sturgill working that inside lane right behind the 3 of Mo Abbott. So now Mo Abbott up here trying to battle for that lead position. You see big drive in there from the 3. The 44 going to be on that outside lane. This inside lane's going to have to check up. The 3 of Mo Abbott getting a little loose, but he's going to get back down in front of the 70. That could have been bad.
Yeah, I definitely saw that foreshadowed right there. I was seeing it in my head already play out. The 3 go around. A lot of good race cars get called up, but good hands-on. Oh, the 1 in the 84 having that exact same scenario right now, but it looks like 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Wyatt Brackett. He's going to lead lap 23, or 22, excuse me. New leader, Wyatt Brackett. Man, these guys are competitive here tonight. Look at Matt Kemp to the middle.
Yeah, you saw him and Mo Abbott start getting on each other's doors. Good thing to see that it looks like some of the net code has been fixed, but we're just going to cross our fingers on that big nose cut off.
Oh, my goodness.
Big cut off there from Zach Nichols. Man.
Look at this run. Wyatt's going to get off this outside lane, though. Zach's going to pull up behind him, but look at the run off the corner. Wyatt got, he's half a car length now, possibly almost a full car length off. I mean, Wyatt was riding the wall in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're seeing right now, looks like the 44 going to be riding that middle lane. 10 Wyatt Brackett still riding that bottom lane. So we're going to see what drivers decide.
There goes Matt Kemp.
Which lane to take. Yeah, Matt Kemp right now also trying to get up there and show his teammate that, hey, man, I want to win a race too. And look at that. Great. Jaden Patach going to move himself up into that 4th spot as well. So we've got a no-chance motorsports team going on up here.
Second, third, and 4th place right now.
Morgen Baird slowly moving his way up through the field right now on that outside lane.
Oh, Zach Nichols now attacking to the inside of Wyatt Brackett. Looks like that run wasn't going to be there down the back straightaway. He could open it up into 3 and 4 here. Doesn't look like he will. Matt Kemp going to open up the inside lane for himself. It looks like the 44 following the 10 to the outside lane. He saw the speed. The 10 got that last time by. He's a lane higher. He should carry a little bit more momentum here, and he will. Coming off the corner, he's going to go to the apron. He's going to get to the inside here. Big run here from the 44. That's going to now push the 10 up a lane. We'll see how far the 10's willing to drive down onto the quarter panel of the 44. It looks like he's driving down there, but he ain't really testing the waters right now. It's still only lap 26, but a big run back from around the outside from Wyatt Brackett. We'll see if he's able to manage that outside lane here again as strong as he has been. See how he's up there running that right side on the seam. He's going to diamond it down a little bit. The 44 going to get the corner exit. The 10 should get some speed back to the stripe. He will. Woo, that would have been a photo finish for the win right there if it was that. But you're going to see the 10 still carrying that outside lane. Mikey Neal Jr. starting to bring to the bottom as the 54 looks like he's experimenting now. He sees that 10 running his teammate on the outside lane. He might try to take some speed there.
Yeah, Mikey Neal Jr. doing a good job moving his way up into that 4th spot now. We saw him fall pretty much all the way to the back of the field. But right now, Mikey Neal still showing that he's got that speed underneath him. So being the only Empire Motorsports driver out here on the field, he's definitely having to do a lot of
whoa, big push there.
Do a lot of that work himself. But it doesn't look like he's got a good push from that 77 behind him. Excuse me, the 81, excuse me.
That was a big old wiggle coming off the apron from the 54 and the 44. Wyatt Brackett, man, is holding his own on that outside lane. And this is what you love to see, the multi-groove racing here. It's been a thing that hasn't been on the platform as much, and they've really taken time to try to get the aero and all the tire grips and everything back to what it used to be to get that multi-groove racing back. And I think we're seeing some good multi-groove racing right now, Chris. I don't know about you, but look at that 54. Take it to the outside lane. Man, he's going to get a massive run hitting down the backstretch.
Yeah, but look at how far Morgen Baird was Wyatt Brackett was leaning down onto that 44 of Zach Nichols. That was really, you saw him have to tuck back in behind him. That just really ruined the momentum of that 44. He's going to have a little bit more
44 to the inside. 44 to the inside here.
Oh,
he's going to pick him out to the outside, but look at the 54. That's going to bring his run. I think the 44 wiggled a little bit, took the RPMs down. Here comes Mikey Neal. He sees that. Pin to the inside. The 44 going to roll it down. We know he can pinch now. He's like an annoying person on St. Patty's Day. He's going to pinch you if you're not wearing that green, and he's going to keep you down on that white line. But here comes the 44 of Zach Nichols around the outside to take the lead back again here at lap 30. Man, what a freaking race we've got so far, and we haven't even hit the end of stage 1.
This will be the end of stage 1. This should be it. So the 44 should be your Blanchard's Towing stage 1 winner. That is correct. 44 going to take that stage 1 win. So good drive there from the 44. Wyatt Brackett almost had it there, but you saw going into turn 3, man, Zach Nichols just able to overtake him and get that stage break win.
Yeah, what a freaking run, man. That was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Big old hats off to the boys on the stage 1 run right there. If they've got that left for us all race, man, I don't think I'm going to be able to be sitting down much longer, Chris. That was awesome. We're going to watch this pass back for the lead here. I'm sorry, I thought the stage break was at lap 35. Didn't realize it was at lap 30. I was 5 laps behind right there. But you're going to see that that 44 take the outside lane on corner exit and just really be able to carry that momentum. He's going to drive across the nose of the 10, and that's really going to shut the momentum off of Wyatt Brackett. You're going to see his car tighten up a little bit. He's going to give it everything he's got coming out of the corner. But, hey, hats off to the 44, man. I mean, and hats off to the 10, really. He's coming to show that all these guys here tonight are coming to show that they're out here to race tonight.
Yeah, Wyatt Brackett just getting a little tight, like you were saying, Josh, coming out of that corner, wasn't able to keep that momentum up like that 44 Zach Nichols. You saw him just take him on the outside, was able to keep that momentum rolling. But Mikey Neal now moving himself back up into that 3rd spot. And then look at that behind him, Josh. 21 of Morgen Baird, somebody that we know is really good behind the wheel, just always been caught up in the mess, and he's showing that talent here tonight.
I would say out of our drivers in the field that are most aggressive, Morgen Baird, man, he takes the cake. That's why he's usually caught up in the mess, because he doesn't want to be where he's at 90% of the time. He wants to be up there in the front. He will take every attempt at a pass he can. He's a smart driver. He knows when to get himself out of situations. But if you cut Morgan's nose off, you best believe coming back through turn 3 and 4 on the next end of the track, you best watch that back bumper. Morgan might give it to you.
Oh, it looks like Zach missed his pits.
Yeah, he might have missed his pits. Yeah, he's just now got his right sides up as Matt's getting his. So Matt should take the lead of the race here. If not, Wyatt Brackett. Yeah, here comes Wyatt Brackett. Oh, Mikey Neal. Mikey Neal's going to get out first. Mikey Neal, Morgen Baird. I think Morgan beat Wyatt out.
It looks like the 21.
Great stop from the 21 team, man. Great stop from the No Chance guys over there. They just got their 21 driver out second place. Come in fourth, come out second. Man, what a pit stop from that 21 machine. And it looks like Zach Nichols with that bad stop going to fall all the way back tonight. He's going to have his work cut out for him here in this first part of the stage.
Oh, you're acting like he didn't just do it 30 laps ago.
Hey. With the way these boys are racing right now, I'm giving nobody the benefit of the doubt tonight.
You are correct.
It's a clean slate now. We're going into the round of 8 next week. But speaking of, we're going to go ahead and grab that 44 of Zach Nichols, have a word with our stage winner. Zach Nichols, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. D, you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, we just saw you pick up that Blanchard's Towing stage win. Congratulations on that. But, man, I got to say, we saw the little bit of a slow stop. Looks like everybody coming back in now, though. Looks like you're going to grab some positions right there. Every time, man, we come to bring you in, everybody pits when you don't. So we just might be bad luck on that other way. But, man, congratulations on that stage, dude. We saw some hell of a racing from everybody out there. I mean, that was some absolute racing. You think that's going to continue for the rest of this race, man? And are you guys going to have to keep your nose clean more than you expected coming into the night?
Yeah, these stages, you got to, like, save a little bit of fuel to get to the end, and it allows everyone just to stay tightly compact. I mean, after this stage, it might spread out, but who knows? We'll see. And also, I didn't pit there because for some reason it won't let me turn my tires off, so I didn't want to waste another set. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be behind.
Uh-oh. That's not good. But, Zach, we know you're good at working through adversity, man. You've shown some very good strength this season. Again, man, congratulations on that stage break. We see the pace lights are off. We're going to let you get back to your team here, man. Good luck in this second half of the race, and go get them.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. All right, and that was Zach Nichols. You hear that? That must stink, man. Trying to come down pit road, it won't let you take your tires off. Ugh. As we've got our field bunched back up here, though, we're going to go ahead and throw it to a loud pedal brought to you by L&S Customs as the field hits the restart zone. Man, where's the outside lane? Did they not get caught back up here? Why did it put everybody on the inside?
Maybe it was because everybody came down pit lane. Not really sure what just happened there.
Well, while we've got the cars here racing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead, I'm going to say that 14 times, and throw it to an L&S Customs loud pedal. So enjoy these sights and sounds here from beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we'll be back with you in just one moment. Well, 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 it is a No Chance Motorsports 1, 2, 3. The Lucky Ducks did it first, but the No Chance boys said, hey, we're going to perfect it. They're rolling up here 1, 2, and 3. Jaden Kurtashi, Morgen Baird, Zach Nichols. Just saw Mo Abbott with the spirited 3 drive. And you see right there behind him, Matt Kemp. So the 4 No Chance drivers sitting in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. As Mo Abbott going to break that little bit of a party up. As you're seeing some saving, you're seeing some racing, and you're seeing overall a good show here tonight. It's going to be fun to see what these drivers do on strategy. Everybody has their own strategy. Expecting to see some guys come down on the same lap, obviously, a good bit, you know, different teams. But I love to see that one driver that picks that strategy that gets him the win. You know, we've got our guys that we talk about all the time. You know, Joey Doucette, CJ Mason, one of the guys that are very good at, you know, field strategy and picking up wins on just pure strategy and brain power alone. So it's going to be fun tonight to see who is going to be the guy to possibly take a win here off of just pure strategy and pure thinking power.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that 44 of Zach Nichols is going to try his best to get that 21 as close to the front and get a win if he can. Wondering if that's what's going on in this No Chance camp, because right now, Morgen Baird currently sitting on that bubble. He would pretty much have to win the race to be able to get himself into that playoff. And you know, with the point deficit that he's at, you know, it would have to really come down to, he would have to make up a lot of points right now. But like we were saying, that's something that you really have to watch out for. We know Zach Nichols, he can get it done here, so maybe he will help his teammate out, so that way.
But look at the field bringing it back to us, Chris.
I was about to say, you know, we're sitting here focusing on the 4 No Chance guys up in the front, but hey, we've still got a whole field of race cars back here, still trying to get up into the front. They were
separated. They said, not no more. We're coming up here to race, baby. Mikey Neal to the inside. We're starting to get too wide up here with our lead pack. Matt Kemp to the outside of his teammate. Let's go racing, baby. Lap 50, here we go. Morgen Baird to the inside. Will he take the lead here into turn 1? Jaden hung out on the outside lane. He doesn't got as much help there. The 54 just now getting to the back bumper. 21 to the lead here, as it's going to be Morgen Baird taking the lead here in that 21 Ford Mustang as he rolls it out of turn 2. But big run coming from the 54 and the 81 back on the outside lane. They've got Mo Abbott behind, as Mikey Neal, Michael Sturgill a little bit behind their 2 pushers as they need some help right there themselves. David Farmer starting to pull up to the back of that 25. As you see, 2x2x2 here for the majority of the field. You can throw a blanket over the gaggle of race cars here as they are rolling down the front stretch like a landslide here, just sliding around as these boys are going to be racing here down into turns 1 and 2. We'll see if that outside lane has anything to say about this inside lane succession, or if any of our drivers have anything to say about these No Chance boys. They're holding the pace of this race right now, and they're doing a dang good job at it.
Yeah, not sure what that camera was, but man, we're seeing Morgen Baird all over the back bumper of that 81. See if that 21 decides to go to the inside. Nope, looks like he's just going to stay back there and push. But, you know, like we were saying, Josh, this is where the crunch time really starts coming into play. We've got 13 laps to the next stage break, so wondering if any of these boys are going to start just trying to really pinch. Right now, we see 3 wide, the 10, the 3, the 25, all back there 3 wide. Now Wyatt Brackett taking it 3 wide with the 2 No Chance boys.
He knows something about that outside lane that it seems like not a lot of people know here. Wyatt Brackett has been making moves here in the late runs on that outside lane. I cannot wait for the end of this stage to get to the late run in stage 3, the final stage of the race, because this outside lane's coming to life as it gets rubbered in, and Wyatt Brackett is showing that it's got speed. He's got Matt Grenier behind him, the Team 207-15. We'll see if these 2 guys can, 3 wide again here with the No Chance guys. Zach Nichols all the way to the bottom, basically driving the bottom lane with that for 54. Excuse me. You see that 10 getting a big run to the back bumper as Jaden Katashi back to the lead here. As you're going to see that 10 right up to Zach Nichols as he's going to take it 3 wide here, possibly into 1 and 2. But it looks like Zach is just taking as much racetrack as he can in that middle lane.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Nichols maybe trying to block for his teammates up in front of him. Man, this is really starting to stress me out, and I'm not even driving right now. I can definitely imagine being in that 10s machine, you know, that 10 seat, in that 54 seat, Mo Abbott's seat. Man, that would be, that's just something I don't know if I want to take a part of right now. I see Jonathan Cogswell saying in the YouTube chat, sign me up for next season. Hey, man, go check out the Bluegrass Facebook. get a hold of Jason and talk to him about it. These boys
join
definitely.
the Discord.
Yes,
You
join the Discord.
I think there's a whole series of ask questions and stuff or what's the word I'm looking for? There's a whole channel to those ask questions on how to join and stuff. So hit up the Facebook, hit up the Discord, whatever you need to do, man. Get yourself signed up. I know they're starting to get ready for charters for next season, I think.
Yeah, they're already starting to sign up for charters for next season. I did hear Jason say that, we had about a month, I want to say, between the races. I think we're only going to have about 2 weeks. I know Jason will probably correct me on that. But I want to say it's about 2 weeks in between the races, and then we go racing again. So it's not going to be that long before it starts up back again. We'll have the winner of this Cup Series will win a ButtKicker game or two. They will walk away with some money. I can't remember how much money off the top of my head right now. I'll have to get with Jason and figure that out again. But also getting to be able to drive a Kinder Performance Group kart at Millbridge Speedway for John Kinder on a real dirt track. So it's worth really getting into this series and trying to get up there and win.
Who knows? Maybe you get out there and you have one of those fairy tale stories. You win a kart race in Kinder's kart, and then some old man walks up to you and tells you, "I've been looking for somebody like you, Sonny." Then you're driving a NASCAR, in 2 days. Who knows? Just bluffing, man. Just having some fun up here. But it looks like those boys are having some fun out there, Chris. Man, I wish I was hanging out in that pack right now. It gets the juices going. It makes me want to get out there and race on that outside lane. And these boys are racing right now. This is just some good old-fashioned two-wide racing. Man, I bet they're having a blast right now.
Okay, so I just got word from Jason. He said we will be starting Season 5 in approximately 6 to 8 weeks. So I was definitely off on my time frame, what I was reading. Maybe I was reading something else they were talking about, and I just thought that that's what it was. But thank you, Jason, for that heads up and giving us that info. And he said it's also dependent on how many charters we get between now and the end of this season. So you got 3 more weeks to the end of the season. So if you want to sign up for that next season's race, man, there you go.
It's definitely worth it. The guys in here are a solid group of racers. Look at that. 4 wide for a moment.
4 wide.
Off of turn 2. They're going to get it back. Oh, woo! 70 just got big loose. I bet you that dirty air just sucked all the nose or the air off that nose. It looked like he was about to go left, right. He was on ice skates, or as we used to call it back in the day, roller skates, when you get a guy up on the on his back legs and you just push him down the field. That's what it kind of looked like. Left, right, everywhere. And he wanted that car to go somewhere. It wasn't wanting to go where he wanted it to go. But good save by 70. Big run. Mikey Neal Jr. down to the quarter panel. Man, these boys are racing. Woo!
Definitely seeing everybody lean a lot here in this later part of the race. Still 3 wide up there in the front. You got 2 by 2 by 3 right now.
This
lap
is the stage,
65.
right?
No, lap 65.
Oh, no. I saw where Jason closed the pits the last time, and I was like, oh, no. Am I off again? Whoa, 3 of Mo Abbott. Big loose coming off the apron. Sturgill going to cut the nose. We are racing. 5 laps to go for the stage here.
Mikey Neal, you saw him getting a little loose up there with Wyatt Brackett. So, man, everybody's starting to try to get as much position as they can for this stage break. Wondering if that 44 Zach Nichols is going to take that inside lane. Try to take it away from that 21. He knows that 21 needs as much as he can to get that win or to get up into that playoff. So going to see how these boys play it off.
Watch Wyatt Brackett here. Watch Wyatt Brackett. If he gets any type of run to that outside lane, he's taking it. Zach's been pinching him up to the top of the track. But if that 44 that 10 just gets some momentum past the 44, you can see him rocket to the lead here. He is picking up some big momentum on that outside lane. He just has to hold out of it. Watch how high the 44 is entering into turn 3 in here. He knows what that 10's doing. And, man, if that 10 can just get a little bit of clean air, it looks like he's going to go to the bottom of the track. Him and the 54 are going to be door-to-door there. But off of turn 4, Morgen Baird going to be your leader here. And we've got 2 laps to the stage. Who will it be? As we've got a big old just group of race cars right there. First to 10th, separated by 0.6 of a second. These boys are moving right now. 21 hauling the mail out of turn 2.
Yeah, getting some confirmation from Jason saying they will be starting back 2 weeks up after the current season if they can get the charters. So 4 weeks at most. So thank you, Jason, for that clarification. But speaking of, look at Wyatt Brackett riding that middle lane, trying his best to hang on to this position, trying to get around. Wonder if Mikey Neal
He's going to go to the inside here. He's going to go to the inside here. There he goes. Inside lane, Wyatt Brackett. Morgen Baird now hung to the middle. Where is he going to come? Is he going to possibly, the 44 could pull up to the back bumper, try to push the 21 down as much as he can. The 81, we'll see if he works with him. The 10 going to go back to the inside lane, get the draft. Will he work back to the inside here? He's going to go to the outside. He's going to get the clean air. Will the 10 get the big run off at 3 here? We'll see. Does it look like it? The 44 and the 21, big run from the middle lane. The 25, big shove to the 10. This is your stage break at the end of this next lap. This lap, excuse me.
Let's see what can go down here. Morgen Baird currently leading the pack out here in front of everybody. So if you are a Morgen Baird fan, man, get up on your couches,
Woo!
get up in your seats. I just throwing stuff around, man. Morgen Baird doing a good job hauling the mail right now into turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, you see that 44, Zach Nichols blocking that top lane. They are trying their best to get that teammate up there in that points position, and he is. Morgen Baird going to walk away with that stage 2 break. Everybody get it woed down.
Mikey Neal was loose down there.
Everybody get them woed down. Woo!
How much of that blocking do you think these boys are going to allow them to do here in this late part of the race, though, Chris?
I
think that they're already cranking the intensity up. This is going to be nuts finish to this race.
Yeah, you see that big block there from the 44 as they were coming out of turn 4. It looks like Mikey Neal trying to get down below that 81. Man, Mikey Neal took it all the way down to the grass. That's why he got a little loose. Woo!
But congratulations to the 21 of Morgen Baird, man. What a run right there. He did an excellent job, had some good teammates behind him, and he's got a fast race car right now. That 21's looking very solid here tonight. You know, we've said it all week, Chris.
Uh-oh.
Jaden just got, he had black flags cleared. What happened? Oh, maybe did he force him all the way down there? I'm confused. What happened? Oh, did he run out? He might have ran out of gas. I wonder if he ran out of gas. Yeah. He's 100% out. Let's say, I know Jaden didn't. Yeah. '21 though is going to be your stage winner. Congratulations once again to Morgen Baird picking up the Blanchard's towing.
We see the 21 coming down pit lane. It looks like Jaden Gratacci did have to come down pit lane for that fuel. He did run out of fuel, so should go to the back of the field. Should get an end-of-line penalty. Well, it looks like the 3 might have missed that pit stall just a little bit, but did get in there. So we'll see who gets out of pit lane first here. It looks like the 44 was able to hit his pit stall just right, so we'll see.
Wyatt Brackett's been fast all night on pit road here.
Morgen Baird winning the race off pit lane. Looks like Zach Nichols going to get out in that second place. Oh, Baird. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm terrible with last names. Our last names being Kiwis. Nobody knows how to pronounce it, so Baird. Got it. Cool.
Oh, well, now I feel dumb because we've been saying his name wrong literally the whole season. And no one's attempted to correct us on it, so now I feel dumb. So I do apologize about that. Thank you for correcting us, but we're going to go ahead and bring up Morgan. Now I can't even say his first name. How do you say that again? Morgan. We're going to go bring that 21 to Morgen Baird and have a word with our stage winner. Morgan, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, we just saw you run an excellent stage right there. We saw the boys saving up there in the front early, and then you come around that outside lane, just absolutely hauling the mail. You got a fast race car under you tonight. We had some good teammates behind you there. But, man, you think you've got what it takes to get it done here tonight. That 21, again, looking very strong here.
Yeah, I think we do. We'll have to see what happens here. There's a lot of racing to go. I think everyone's concern here was making it to the end of that stage, and a lot of games being played, but it's a whole new race now. It's going to see how these cautions fall at the end of this one, and hopefully we're near the front. My teammates helped me out a lot there to put me in a position here to advance to the next round. So I think the gloves are coming off here in this last stage. We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah, we were saying it's going to be a slobber knocker here to the end, but congratulations, man, on the Blanchard's Toe and stage win. We're looking forward to that 21 here for the rest of the race, and hopefully we're going to be having a conversation with you up here in the booth in a little bit.
10-4, thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. Looked like we had a little bit of blink in there. Sorry about the cameras getting a little funky. Everybody was blinking. It showed Morgan all the way in 15th. I had Zach showing in 9th. Everybody was blinking everywhere there for a second. But it looks like we've got it back under control here. Pace lights are off. Coming to lap 70 at the end of this lap. It will be Morgen Baird, Zach Nichols to take the green flag, and it will be Wyatt Brackett on that inside lane with Matt Kemp behind him on that outside, or excuse me, behind the 44 behind him on the outside lane, the 54. Then you got 77, the two Lucky Ducks in that third row, in that 5th and 6th position. So we'll see our field get back to green here as the 21 going to fire off.
This green flag is out. I was getting word from Jason whenever everybody came down pit lane. He told me earlier they were topping off for fuel to try to make it to the next stage. So that's what we were getting. That's what we were getting word on from Collins. Looks like Morgen Baird now pulled himself. Baird, excuse me. It's gonna take me a second.
Yeah,
to
now
get
it's
used
gonna
to
break. Now we're gonna have to break it.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to break the habit of saying it. Morgen Baird out into the front. Matt Kemp, you see him getting a strong run on the outside. The 44 is Zach Nichols on that inside lane. Wyatt Brackett on the inside as well behind him. You see, it looks like the 70 of Michael Sturgill trying to work that outside lane. Wonder if these boys now know that you know what's going on in front of them. They see how much this the drivers are conserving and everything. Wonder if they're going to try to save a little bit more of equipment and not try to get up there and run like we saw in that loud pedal where all the drivers were just pretty much passing each other left and right.
I'd be surprised if we'd see some hard racing right here. Morgan going to be to the inside lane. He's got Michael Sturgill coming to the outside. You see Mo. He's running that outside lane. And then Kemp, the 54, is down in the bottom. And so it looks like Sturgill is going to go to the lead here. Whoa! 21 just got big loose off the corner exit. He's going to gather it back up.
Might have had a little bit of air sucked off that rear end. We do know.
Him and Mo were very close together coming off a corner exit. So I think he just got either loose because he was on the gas a little bit too hard, or like you said, he just got some air sucked off that quarter pedal.
Yeah, it's really easy to get the rear end out from under you in a track like this. Everybody doesn't realize, but these things react a lot to the real life cars. That's why a lot of the drivers did the eNASCAR race, and they were you can hear them say it. It's not the real thing, of course. You don't get to experience the G's, or as Earnhardt Jr. said, flipping. Everybody should experience flipping one time. Well, I'm not going to go and create a rig that simulates flipping, so we're just going to have to take his word for it and say that it's awesome. So but right now it's looking like Morgen Baird, dang it, is falling back just a little bit. As I was getting word, Josh, Victoria did say not to feel dumb about it. And it is, Victoria Taylor said it is okay, do not feel dumb about it. Now, we do a good job, thank you.
Just waking up and breathing makes me feel dumb sometimes.
It's right now, Michael Sturgill Jr. getting out to a big lead over Mo Abbott. We see a couple of drivers starting to fall back. Oh, Gabriel Ellison just set the fastest lap of the session. 30.06.
Qualifying trim right there.
That is qualifying trim. Got the toe behind Mo Abbott, so maybe that was what opened up that door for him to set that faster lap. Looks like Zach Nichols starting to fall back to the backpack just a little bit. Maybe going to try to get back here, pick up Jaden, and try to pull him up through the field. We do know that that 44 is going to be able to save a lot more tire than everybody else. He just comes out here and shows you that he is pretty much the save king when it comes to tires. Except for Bristol, he was saying last week that his right fronts were getting really toasty. So he wasn't having too much fun there last week. But this it seems like he's having some pretty good luck this week. But right now, whoa, the 77 of Gabriel Ellison on that inside of Mo Abbott. Had to get out of that gas, going to tuck it back up in there. This is the most separation we've seen these boys all night.
Indeed it is. 2/10. That's a separation right there from the lead, man. This is the racing's dead here, man. Get rid of the track. Doesn't produce good racing no more. We should have just raced to the end of lap 60, man. That was crazy.
Oh, it's going to come back. I'm not counting out.
I know. I'm just joking around, man. I know we're going to get these boys mixed back up. The drivers that are going to make their way back to the front are definitely going to make their way back up here. And we're going to see some good, hard racing. As Matt Kemp looks like he's starting to pull back up. You see Baird, the 84, and the 54 right there starting to pull their way up. Or excuse me, the 44.
So now the 44's now got his teammate. Wonder if he's going to push Morgan back up here to the front. Looks like he's not. He's going to take that outside lane. Maybe Zach Nichols just got tired of waiting in the back now. Going to go back on board here with the 70 of Michael Sturgill, though. You see Mo Abbott still riding on that back bumper, but Zach Nichols starting to slowly pinch that gap up behind him. He is going to catch his teammate here before too long, about 3/10 off of that back bumper. Excuse me, 2 seconds off of that back bumper is Zach Nichols and Matt Kemp. So probably going to try to wait and see if he can get a couple of his teammates. I know Jaden's back there in the back a little bit, starting to fall off just a little bit. So maybe that's why you saw that 44 start coming back to life. But you see now these 3 no chance guys, they're going to be together. Wonder if they get up here and start working to the front and do a little bit of strategy like we saw, in that stage 2 win.
Yeah, our lead pack now is lined up, single file. This little second pack right here is starting to maintain. We'll see if they start to gain some traction here. They're about 2 3/10 back, Zach Nichols is, from this lead pack. So I'm interested to see if they're going to get on the gas here. If, we're just going to see a lot of saving here. We're at lap 81 of 134. This is getting into that area where you've got to keep your equipment under you. If it's going to stay green, you're going to see a little bit of saving, and possibly we'll see some guys come down pit road here soon.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Nichols is not closing any time to Matt Kemp right now. Looks like he's pretty much holding the same pace, about 2 2/10 back. It'll fluctuate 2/10 to about 2 3/10, but it's about that momentum. It looks like the 31 of Brandon Holder coming down pit lane, gonna go ahead and cut the field. We should have at least one more pit stop here. We've seen these boys be able to make it 30 laps on a set of on a tank of fuel, so they should be able to make it at least one more time, come down pit lane. It looks like that was what Brandon Holder did do. Come down, gas and go. Only 5 seconds in pit lane. So Brandon Holder on his way out right now. Mikey Neal, looks like Mikey Neal having a little bit of issue in that car. He is falling back 2 seconds from Brian Terry. So that 25 falling all the way to the back of the field.
He is big saving right now.
Going back up here on board with that 70 of Michael Sturgill. It looks like the Zach Nichols has closed the gap up 2/10 to Matt Kemp. So the gap is slowly starting to shrink in. As I say that, now it's almost a second and a half down. So wonder if this front pack is starting to slow down a little bit, and that's allowing Zach Nichols to come back to life. But man, it looks like right now Mo Abbott, Michael Sturgill, Gabriel Ellison, and Matt Kemp are all riding up here in this front pack. They are trying their best to keep this pace going, but it looks like Mo Abbott's riding that middle to top lane, so might be doing a little bit of conserve for that 3. But the 70 riding that bottom lane like that, he's going to be eating those tires up a little soon.
Yeah, Chris, I'm looking at too. We could see some slower lap times for some of these guys, because I'm thinking gas only on this next stop.
I'm thinking
for some of these guys,
yeah,
and then 2 tires after.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
I would say.
I think we're going to see people take 4 tires. It's always a given, but
depends on when we come down. If we have another caution right now. It does not look like we're going that way. Zach Nichols right now starting to pull up back now to the back bumper of Matt Kemp. Morgen Baird starting to close that gap up as well. You see they've got Wyatt Brackett, David Farmer, and Matt Grenier all in tow behind them. So you're going to see them try to catch up here. It looks like the 10 of Wyatt Brackett doing a little bit of a save as well. Trying to ride that middle to top lane. You see Doug Newbigging falling all the way back to that 11th spot. Scott Fritz right behind him in 12th. Brian Terry in 13th in that 13 car, and then Mikey Neal going to be in 14th. Brandon Holder is currently a lap down. You saw him come down pit lane just a minute ago. We're starting to see that 3 of Mo Abbott close that gap up to the 70 of Michael Sturgill. Wondering when these boys are going to come down pit lane. That is going to be the interesting thing, because now we're almost 30 laps in. And And that's normally when, like we were saying, when that pit window starts to open up.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. We're going to see pit stops here soon. These guys are starting to, that second pack now all starting to catch back up here. Wyatt Brackett and them are also starting to gain too. Morgen Baird to the inside lane. That 44 all the way up against that wall like we saw the 10 early, as he's going to get a big run off of that, as you see him starting to slowly pull up to that back bumper, the 77 of Gabriel Ellison, the last car in that lead pack. '77 saving. That's why Gabriel's falling off.
Yeah, as I'm looking right now, it looks like Matt Kemp going on the outside there of the 3 of Mo Abbott, but decided against it. Looks like Zach Nichols was able to get around that 77 of Gabriel Ellison. So right now, Zach Nichols just conserving those tires. You're starting to see just how much tire he has left on that car compared to the cars that have been pretty much just digging the entire time in front of him. Now those drivers in front of him are starting to slow up at that 44, riding all the way up there against that top lane in that third lane. That is something that not a lot of drivers will do. Wonder if he'll get a little closer to it, but man, he's got a lot of momentum coming out of that corner.
Yeah, the 44 rolling that outside lane. It looks like Matt Kemp going to roll his way past Michael Sturgill on the inside lane, as he's going to retake the lead here. Looks like Sturgill going to try to work his way back to the inside, as he just wants to lead back. But it looks like that outside lane should carry some good momentum. I say that, and it will. It will carry enough momentum to lead him the lap here, so Matt Kemp will lead lap 91. As it looks like Morgen Baird down pit road.
Yeah, Morgen Baird going to go ahead and pull that trigger, come down pit lane. This is where we're going to probably start seeing a lot of drivers start coming into the fray. Going to have to see what is going on in that 44 camp, though. He is definitely riding that top lane, just conserving as much tire as he can. Michael Sturgill, though, falling back just a little bit, going to be on the door of that 3. But, man, Mo Abbott, let's talk about that, Josh. Mo Abbott in that coast-to-coast number 3, he has been doing an extremely good job here tonight. You know, one of those drivers that we saw last season do a really good job, and, you know, just like we always say, gets caught up in the mess. You know, just getting all, you know, getting the bad end of the stick, always getting caught up in wrecks. Mo Abbott, though, coming out and showing that, man, he is a contender here tonight. And then for the lead, Zach Nichols to the lead.
Yeah.
As right now, keeping in line is that 70 of Michael Sturgill. It looks like the 3 of Mo Abbott going to go ahead and advance that position, going to pull up into the front. But Zach Nichols, he has got up in the lead, starting to slowly pull away from his teammate of Matt Kemp. So this should be where everybody starts coming down pit lane. They're probably going to wait to get as close to lap 100 as they can, so that way, you know, they have that as much gas as they can as they're coming into pit lane. But man, a lot of drivers getting past here. Looks like Matt Grenier moving his way up through the field a lot. Now up into that 7th spot. Wyatt Brackett, though, up 10 positions from his starting position. Man, and a lot of drivers really trying to figure this track out. Look at that. The 70 of Michael Sturgill going all the way up there to the top of the lane, trying to use that momentum. He sees these boys using those lines.
As we should see some drivers making more pit stops here relatively soon, I would assume. I don't want to say that now because it doesn't look like they're going to ever pit. These guys are so good at saving their equipment that I'd already been down pit road with 40% tires, so.
Yeah, that would pretty much be the same way for me. I would have terrible sets of tires on my car.
Heck yeah. There's no way I'd be able to drive with these boys.
Also, I see Poseidon, though, in the YouTube chat. All I'm going to say is, Jacob, shut up. Looks like Michael Sturgill in that 70 coming down pit lane. Sorry, Jacob. You know I love you. Just got to pick at you. I see you in the YouTube chat. Right now, the 70 of Michael Sturgill going to pull down pit lane. Always got to be trolling. As the 44, Zach Nichols now, whoa, slowly. Looks like 44 Matt Kemp, or 54 Matt Kemp was trying to get underneath him, but the 44 was able to not get that momentum going. So wonder if it looks like everybody's slowing down. Yep, 44 coming down pit lane. 54 coming down as well. Big lock up there for the 44. Oh, he is going way too fast. Zach Nichols way too fast in the pit lane.
Yeah, he just might have cost himself that one.
We'll have to see if that 44 was able to get it slowed down in time. Do not think we'll check that pit stop. We'll check the pit time here in just 1 second. But Wyatt Brackett coming down pit lane. So Gabriel Ellison going to go ahead and stay out on the lead, stay out in the lead. So it looks like Zach Nichols still on pit lane. So yeah, he might have got a speeding penalty.
Oh yeah, he's being held.
If he's anything like Kyle Busch, probably holding that middle finger out. If anybody remembers that.
Everybody remembers that because everybody hates Kyle Busch.
What? Are you saying I can't have free speech? So David Farmer. 77 David Farmer coming down pit lane right now. Sorry, we were just having a lot of fun here. Man, yeah, just seeing Jason saying Nicholas definitely got a speeding penalty for that one. So Doug Newbigging. What did I say?
Nicholas.
Oh, sorry. Doug, oh my goodness. Zach Nichols did get a speeding penalty. So Gabriel Ellison now in pit lane. David Farmer pit lane. Mikey Neal moving his way up. And I was going to say, Jason said, take a look at Mikey Neal saving major fuel. He definitely was. Currently sitting in that second spot now. Doug Newbigging coming down pit lane. So wonder how long he's going to stay out on these old tires and fuel. See if he decides to come down pit lane. Try to chance it now. But he's going to have to go around maybe. Looks like he might have thought about it there for a second, but decided not to. Mikey Neal going to stay out on the track. So Brandon Holder, you did see him come down pit lane at lap 81. So currently sitting in that second spot. He will assume the lead once Mikey Neal goes down pit lane.
Yeah, Mikey Neal is the last one, and he's coming down this time, Chris.
So Mikey Neal down pit lane. You see Brandon Holder, Michael Sturgill right behind him. Morgen Baird also back there in that field. Matt Kemp going to try to help his teammate as much as he can. You see him all over that back bumper of that 21 is that 54. Man, I bet you if we were to go into that nose cam, you'd see nothing but fuel tank. Whoa, a little bobble there from the 54. He's able to cut that nose off of the 3. So let's see how much that 31 has. You see Brandon Holder now. Looks like he might be having a little bit of issue with those older tires.
Yeah, the 21's on older tires than these guys as well.
Yeah, he
7
is.
laps older than the 54.
Ooh. 54 coming back up on the track. See the 25 and Mikey Neal on his way out right now. So he is going to have the freshest set of tires on the track. Right now you see Brandon Holder starting to slowly fall off with those older tires. Morgen Baird with a little bit older tires going to ride that top lane. But like we were saying, Morgan just needs to do the best that he can right now. Try to finish as far up as he can and try to maximize as many points as he can. He's got a stage win, so he'll get some points for that. He did lead a lap, so he'll get some points for that. So he will be able to make up a little bit of points off of that stage win and leading a lap. So it is looking pretty strong for that 21 camp right now, but he's just hoping he can stay out here on those little bit older tires.
Yeah, Mo Abbott's gotten past him as well, so this is a good setup here For Sturgill Jr., Kemp, and Mo Abbott, they've got themselves in a really good spot here in these last 32 laps of the race. 32, I say that, and it's 28.
Right now, Michael Sturgill looks like the 54 Matt Kemp starting to slowly pull up to that back bumper. So we'll see if he's able to set anything up. But here, with about 27 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and take a second to take it to an LNS custom side-by-side. You won't miss any of the action, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
All right, and we welcome you back from that LNS Custom side-by-side. I want to say Jason Collins up in the booth right now, going to get a pit report from him. He's going to give us a little bit of information about what's going on in this race as we got 23 laps to go. So, Jason, what you got for us?
So after having talked with some of the drivers, basically everyone's going to have to make one more stop except one car. The 25 has managed to stretch it out where he is going to be right on the dot on fuel. He should be able to make it the rest of the way, but everyone else is going to be so close unless they've figured out another way to save. I believe Mikey Neal has figured out how to win this race on fuel strategy. I could be wrong, but he's very close. He's going to be one of the only guys. Douglas Newbigging, I know, is like 2 laps closer to on Older's run than he is, but it's going to be super close, guys.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how these boys decide to handle it out. You know, like we were saying, all race, it's just going to come down to that pit strategy. So thanks for those words, Jason. If you got anything else for us, man, we'll go ahead and get it out there.
That's it, guys. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Appreciate
Have fun.
you. All right, we'll get back with Jason here in a little bit. I see Poseidon there saying, "Let's Jason on stream, please." Just picking at old Jason. Yeah, but good words there from our fearless leader, Jason Collins, giving us some good information on that Mikey Neal machine. So we might be seeing Mikey Neal have a little bit of strategy, but right now he is currently sitting above the lead lap behind Zach Nichols. So we'll have to watch that Mikey Neal car, see what happens with him. But right behind him See, battle for this 9th and 10th position is that Gabriel Ellison and David Farmer machine. They are currently trying to battle out for that 10th spot. And then Matt Grenier up here battling with that 3 of Wyatt Brackett. Wyatt Brackett coming down pit lane. There is the pit cycles. 15 also coming down with him. Whoa, big lock up there from the 15. We'll see if he did get it slowed down. So there is that pit cycle Jason was talking about. So, man, that just goes to show you that these boys are not done racing. Matt Grenier, Wyatt Brackett coming down pit lane. So this could really open up the door. See if Zach Nichols has to come down pit lane, get another pit cycle, or he's going to try to stay out as long as he can. Morgen Baird, though, has got himself up in a good position right now. See if he can stretch it out. But with 18 laps to go, don't know if they'll be able to make it.
Yeah, but is Mikey going to have enough time to come around with the lap down?
I don't know. That's what I'm watching because Zach Nichols is currently in front of him.
And then everybody's going to be taking tires as well here.
It's just going to be interesting to see how this works out.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is all going to play out. This is going to be insane. I hate field strategy. Makes my brain have to do things I don't know what to think about. Morgan just came down pit road.
Yeah, so the 21 going ahead, coming down pit lane. This is going to be interesting. See, it looks like it was right sides only. This is going to be interesting, though. Zach Nichols is currently getting around. He is just past his teammate, but he is probably still going to have to come down pit lane. So this could set up bad for that 44. That speeding penalty really shot himself in the foot. But if he was to get a caution here, he would be the lucky dog right now. See Scott Fritz right now. He is currently a lap down in front of that 454 of Matt Kemp. So we'll have to see whenever Matt Kemp decides to come down pit lane. Matt Grenier set the fastest lap of the session, 30.05. So going to show you, man, these tires are still good once you get a fresh set on them.
Yeah, it's crazy to think after all those miles, all the beating on the track that the chassis done, that you throw a set of rubbers on it and the car gets out there and runs just right back at speed. I love it, man. Just a testament to these cars and what they can do.
See Mo Abbott coming down pit lane. So right now the gap between Matt Kemp and Michael Sturgill is starting to slowly grow
54 in this time.
54 coming down pit lane.
81 as well. I didn't hear anything from Star. Oh, 54 is loose. He got it slowed down.
Whoo! By the skin of his teeth.
I just thought he was going to wreck on entry. Doesn't. Oh, nope. Jaden was just a little bit farther back. I apologize. He will be coming in, though, I think. Yeah, slowing it down big time right here.
There goes Mikey Neal. This could be where it sets up, but, I mean, we're just going to have to watch and see what that 25 does. Matt Kemp currently still sitting on pit lane.
Yeah, I just don't think he's got the tires, man. He's got the fuel to make it, but everybody else has got tires and they're back out in front of him.
Yeah, that's something that we're going to have to watch out for. Jaden down pit lane right now in his pit stall. So looks like right sides only for that 54 Matt Kemp, so he's going to be out on his way now. Zach Nichols currently sitting, if everybody was to come down in pit, he would be sitting in that second spot. He still has not come down in pit, so that's going to be something to watch out for.
Zach Nichols is coming down.
So Zach Nichols down pit lane right now.
So it's Michael Sturgill and Doug Newbigging with Gabriel Ellison. Brian Terry is in fourth. If Brian Terry has the fuel to make it to the end,
Michael Sturgill still has not come down pit lane. Brian Terry also not down pit lane. Doug Newbigging, Gabriel Ellison, and David Farmer all not down pit lane. 10 laps to go. This is going to be the crunch time for these boys to see which one has it out for the lead. This is going to be the crunch time now. See the 54 getting that really big run behind Michael Sturgill right now. He is on those older tires.
There comes Sturgill. Is Brian Terry coming in? Does Brian Terry have the fuel to make it to the end? Because we're 9 laps to go, 10 laps to go.
This is gonna be really interesting to see when Brian Terry decides to come down pit lane, because right now Brian Terry coming around to take the lead here at lap with 8 laps to go. Excuse me, 9 laps to go. Do apologize.
I just realized Matt Kemp's on the fresh tires. He's about to come up here and lead.
Brian Terry going to at least get up there in the lead just for a little bit, but Matt Kemp on that really spirited run was able to get around him there. Wonder if Brian Terry going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane now, or if he's just going to try to stay out as long as he can. But Matt Kemp, man, look at that big run. He's already got it out to almost a second gap.
That shows you what those fresh tires do.
8 laps to go. This is going to be the interesting point.
Yeah, 8 laps to go, man. I hear every driver now wanting a caution.
Yeah,
I heard Matt say the stage break was at 125, right? And then after he passed Brian, Jason said, "Look at that, Matt Kemp passing poor old Brian Terry." Shaking my head. Oh, yeah, here comes Brian Terry down pit road. Dang it.
Brian Terry pulling it down pit lane.
I want a Brian Terry freaking podium, man. I want it bad.
As you see Brian Terry pulling it down pit lane now, Douglas Newbigging now gonna get on the outside. Look at that, Josh, the 15 of Matt Grenier all the way up here into second place.
Team 207, stand up on your feet, baby. Matt Grenier into second place.
That is actually Richard Cranium Racing, Josh.
Thought he was on Team 207.
Could be wrong. If I am wrong, sorry, Matt, but I want to say they're in Richard Cranium Racing.
Unless he changed teams mid-season, my fault. I do apologize about that. I thought he was one of the Team 207 guys. I thought Grenier was from... Isn't he from... No?
Yeah, he is.
Maybe I'm just tripping.
Yeah, but
He
look
might
at
not
that.
be on them.
Matt Grenier,
Who
Wyatt
knows?
Brackett moving his way up into that second and third spot. So these pressure tires are really starting to show there. Douglas Newbigging, Gabriel Ellison starting to fall off from that lead pack. 5 laps to go.
Newbigging and Ellison were leaning a little bit coming down the backstretch.
Morgen Baird falling back to that 8th position. Zach Nichols still currently trying to just battle out what he can. Mikey Neal, though, in that 13th spot. He is just trying to cruise back there by himself, but he has got Matt Kemp on that back bumper. So it does look like Mikey Neal might not be able to make that fuel strategy work out. Right now, Doug Newbigging, he is in front of his teammate, Gabriel Ellison. So we're going to see with 3 laps to go if these boys behind him got anything left in them. I wouldn't think so, since they did come down pit lane at lap 100 and 101. So they do have a little bit older tires on those cars. But right now, you see Matt Kemp going around that 25. The flagman is holding the 2 flags together, crossed, saying 2 to go, drivers, 2 to go.
If I had a webcam right now, you'd see me doing that with my hands. I was imitating the flag man. But we are going to be coming to the white flag in 2 laps. This next lap, actually. I'm off. as you're going to see Matt Grenier. He's going to be rolling second place. Wyatt Brackett in third. He's got the 2 Lucky Duck guys pushing right now. 3 Lucky Duck guys, I should say. They want a podium here tonight, Chris. And if they have to go up there and race each other to get it, they will. White flag is out for the 54 of Matt Kemp as he's going to pull it off of turn 4 and into turn 1 and 2 here for the last time tonight. As down the back straightaway, he is about to go as he hits the sun right there, and he is just cruising as he has got a 6.4 second lead on that Grenier machine. As into turns 3 and 4, he will drive the USA number 54 Mountain Dew machine is out of turn 4. It is going to be the No Chance Motorsport 54. Matt Kemp is going to go to victory lane here at Las Vegas. 5th win of the season for Matt Kemp. And man, these No Chance guys are putting together one season, but Matt Grenier, good show from him here tonight with the strategy. He's going to walk away with second. And Michael Sturgill Jr. looks like he might have passed him afterwards. Go back, roll it back. No, he might have. I think he got him, Chris. Oh, yeah, he got him.
Does look like it. Looks like it was, yeah, that move down into turn 3. So, yeah, Michael Sturgill going to take home that 3rd place position. Man, good drive.
Congratulations to Sturgill, man. So, what the heck did we just come back to? But congratulations to the 54 of Matt Kemp. Whoa! That's what happened. Oh, he ain't even get to burn out now, man. Come on. He might get to do a little tad one before. Oh, there comes the other.
The other teammate.
Yeah. Not only do you have no chance to win a race here sometimes, you got no chance to do a burnout. It's blowing your car up, man, before you even get the opportunity to. As our results are up here on your screen, Matt Kemp going to walk away here tonight. He won with Matt Grenier. It's going to be a Matt front row here. Walking away P2. Michael Sturgill, he is going to finish here P3 with Wyatt Brackett in P4. Doug Newbigging P5 with Mo Abbott in P6. Gabriel Ellison P7 with Morgen Baird P8. Brandon Holder going to be P9 with Jaden Gratashi P10. David Farmer P11. Scott Fritz P12. Mikey Neal Jr. going to finish 13th. Zach Nichols 14th. And Brian Terry 15th. That will be your finishing results here tonight. Let's see. Do we have all of our on the wrong part of Discord? We don't have any of our drivers ready, but that's fine. We'll give them a minute here to cool down, and we'll throw you to an LNS custom side-by-side here for just a moment. Get a final word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with your post-race interviews.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
All right, and we are back here as we're going to go ahead and bring in that 50 Matt Kemp. Have a word with our post race winner. Have a word with our winner. Words, man, work. Matt Kemp, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I got you guys.
Man, oh man, the 54 machine tonight came out to play. The you looked very solid here early in the running. all you guys seemed like you had a good strategy going into stage 2, all up there in the, in the top 4, the No Chance guys. But, there at the end, it seemed like that 54 machine really came to life, and you had the strategy right there on the tires to just blow by there and take the lead there in the closing stages of the race. But, man, all in all, excellent racer tonight and a good show that all you guys put on there on the track tonight.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we worked really well together with our teammates tonight, especially in that first half there. Mainly we're concerned about Morgan. Hopefully he got enough points out of the night to advance on, but if not, I think we did all we could do. Hate it that he ended up running out of fuel for some reason in the middle of that last run, but yeah, he wasn't supposed to pit when he pitted. He ended up running out of fuel. He had to pit there, so that was unfortunate. But yeah, no, we worked together really well. It was a fun race, and for once, instead of a side-by-side, I had a little bit of a gap tonight, so that was really nice.
I know, man. We're so used to, screaming Matt Kemp got him at the line that tonight it just felt a little abnormal to watch you go to victory lane just in cruising manner. But hey, an excellent job to you tonight, man. It was just an awesome show that all you boys put on out there. And, from the drop of the green flag, I seriously thought we were going to see some big old wrecks, and I kept it caution free beside the stages, man. Just testament to all the driver skill out there on the track, man. You guys once again did just a mighty job out there, and it was one hell of a show from up here in the booth. I was already excited at lap 30.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it was a good show up here, because man, it was pretty crazy one down there. I mean, there was a lot of fuel saving and tire saving to go along with it the first stage, and then the last stage started, and I got a phone call, and I was on the phone for half the last stage, and I was like, well, shoot, I gotta get back to racing here, and thankfully before my pit stop. But yeah, no, it was a pretty fun one. We I'm really glad that strategy worked out. I'm like, man, I think some guys might make it to the end, but fortunately it looks like nobody did. But yeah, we ended up making it work, so it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we know it was some big strategies tonight, man. A lot of fuel save and everything that went on here was definitely know it was a difficult night from the driver's seat. I don't envy you at all, but hey, congratulations on victory lane, man. I envy you for getting there. I need to get there again soon, but congratulations tonight, Matt. And man, if you've got any final thoughts, words, or anything before we let you get out of here, going into the round of 8 next week, hey, you're more than welcome to throw them out there, and we'll let you get on your way, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. First and foremost, last week I didn't get an interview, obviously, because I got into Mikey and caused that big wreck at Bristol. So I wanted to, publicly be able to apologize for that. That was unfortunate. Just misjudged it and ended up costing both of us last week. So I hate it for Mikey, and I feel terrible about it. So I hate that happened, and was hoping to see him have a good run tonight. And I don't know. I feel terrible about it. So apologies to him and his efforts, but I got to thank my teammates, obviously, for working with me great, and really did a great job tonight. We were in shambles in the last stage. Morgan ran out of fuel. Zach's been on pit road. I don't even know what happened to Jaden, but it was unfortunate for the team. Fortunately, I was able to have a pretty quiet day and end up in the right place. But thank you guys, as always, for everything you do. Thanks to the league for putting it on. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do it again next week.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate everything you guys do out there on the track for us. And hey, we appreciate you coming up here and taking the time out of your day to have a word with us. Again, congratulations on the victory, buddy. And hopefully we'll be seeing you roll strong next week and continue your playoff run here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night, man.
You too.
And that was Matt Kemp, your winner. Going to go ahead and bring up that second place finisher of Matt Grenier and have a word with him. Matt Grenier, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, well, I got to say that 15 machine kind of came on just a little bit of a surprise finish right there. You started the night here in that 12th position and kind of just hung out towards the back. We know we got a lot of saving though at the start of the race and towards pretty much the whole part of the race. I mean, that was a fuel race there pretty much through and through. But Matt, I got to say, man, excellent job from you to really just come from a position that you weren't really up there running for the lead, pretty much all night. You guys were up there battling all night, but then all of a sudden there in that last stage, you hit the right strategy and you come flying by to pick up a very strong second place here tonight.
Yeah, we started the race. I mean, everyone was just saving to try to make it to the stages. So, and uh, we're all bunched up, so it was more or less just try to save as best you can. It kind of felt like a restrictor plate race because we were all bunched up and 2, 3 wide in one big parking lot. So that was a little nerve-wracking, but um, you know, uh, it was more of just who could save the most fuel. So get through those stages, and then we realized that I think I calculated we needed to get to like lap 102 would have been the magic number, and I think we are all going to be 2 laps short of that. So I kind of said to Wyatt, let's just go for it. We got to do 2 stops and make the best of it. And we tried. I wanted to be a little off sequence from the other guys as best I can coming to that final stop, and it worked out into our favor because it got us a little bit more ahead where we wanted to be. So Wyatt, I thought he was going to have a 3rd place, but he lost 3rd there right in the last lap. So, but strong finish from him and myself tonight. So we'll take it.
Heck yeah, man. It was a strong finish indeed and a really strong run. I mean, you guys had a lot of fighting you guys had to do out there tonight. Everybody seemed like they came with their A game tonight. We know, with it getting the playoffs and all that cutting off, everybody is trying to race, especially those drivers trying to make it in. So you see all that action come out, and tonight was, no less we got no less than what we expected. It was an awesome race, and man, I got to say, you guys put on one hell of a show in the 15 camp, and Matt, if you've got any final words, thoughts, or anything before we let you go here tonight, buddy, you can go ahead and throw them out there, and we'll let you get on your way here.
Yeah, I just got to thank my sponsor, Maine Dump Runners, out of Old Orchard Beach, Maine. They do a great job with all your household cleanup stuff, so definitely reach out to them. I got to thank my parents for watching, as always. My fiance for letting me do this each and every week, and thank you guys for the show you put on, and Jason for putting on an awesome league.
Heck yeah, man. Well, it wouldn't be possible without you drivers out on the track, man. And, the guys behind the scene that make it possible for us. So we appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate the kind words, man. And, hey, we're hoping that we can have some more conversations with you before this season ends. And congratulations on that 2nd place here tonight, buddy. And good luck in the rest of your season here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. And that was Matt Grenier. Going to go ahead and bring up that 70 of Michael Sturgill Jr. and have a word with him. Chris, does the points? We're still waiting on the points, you said?
Yeah, I'm waiting on Jason. Should have him here in a few seconds.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. I'm assuming we were waiting on those still, but yeah, we are going to get the points out to you tonight for the round of 8. So just if they aren't not done by the end of this interview, just hang on tight with us for a second, and we'll have them right to you. But I'm going to go ahead and bring up Michael Sturgill and have a word with him. Michael Sturgill, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I do.
Man, oh man, that 70 machine tonight, buddy, was looking very, very solid. I got to say, all you Lucky Duck guys were looking very good. The 70, the 7, and the 77 all came together tonight. Y'all were working very hard, and on that last lap, you were able to sneak yourself a podium. But not going to get too far ahead of us right here, or ahead of ourselves right there, man. Just a very excellent race from you. You 3 teammates all working together, very solid. And man, I think with a little bit of a change of hand here tonight, we could have possibly seen one of you guys go to victory lane. And just big congratulations to you, Michael, on a very excellent run here tonight.
Yeah, we all worked together really well. We kind of split the strategy there at the end. They were trying to save, and I just went for it. But it's always good to have those guys in the race with me. They're really solid, and it's good to have people to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys all were working, off of a very similar strategy. Like you said there at the end, you just gave it the gas, gave it the beans, and sent it. And, hey, it worked, man. Got up to P3. That last lap pass was very awesome. We didn't even realize you had passed Wyatt there at first. We were watching the Matt Kemp come off of turn 4. And next thing we know, we saw your name pop up into 3rd right there at the last second. And I was like, wait a second. We just had a position change. And, you were able to take that pass on the back straightaway, those fresher tires. And, man, you had a good, solid race car here tonight. And I got to say, it's good to see that 70 rolling with a good speed here.
Yeah, definitely had fresher tires than everyone else, so made it a lot easier to get around them. I wish I would have went in right after Matt went in, got some, because he was able to make up a lot of time on me, and I didn't have time there at the end to try to reel him in.
Yeah, it just always seems like those little bit of hesitation strategies. You look at them in hindsight, you learn off those. But man, Michael, an awesome race from you guys tonight. Just the Lucky Duck guys, and also yourself, man. Getting yourself a podium here tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you up here in the booth and pick your brain here for a minute. But man, if you've got any final words, thoughts, or anything before we let you get out of here tonight, you're more than welcome to throw them out there, buddy. And we'll let you get on your way here and celebrate that third place finish.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast. Jason and everyone that helps with the league, all the drivers. I think besides the stage cautions, it went completely green.
It did.
Doug and Gabe and everyone at Lucky Ducks, RS Button Boxes, and Natalie's for being on the car. Everyone watching. I know my girlfriend's watching. I think my dad's watching. I know I got a couple fans out in Kentucky that were probably watching. And I think that's it.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate the time out of your day to come up here and have a word with us, Michael. Congratulations again on the third place, buddy. We'll let you get out of here and enjoy the rest of your week and take this third place and celebrate it tonight, buddy. You enjoy, or you deserve it.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right, and that was Michael Sturgill Jr., our third place finisher. Well, Chris, have you gotten word from Jason? We know he is probably in there doing a lot of calculating. Jason's listening, but just give us 1 second here. If you want to, Chris, we can throw it to one more commercial break. We'll throw it to one more commercial break. Oh, never mind. We're going to stop that commercial break because here comes Jason College right now.
Yeah,
What's up, Jason?
putting in the results right now. Just waiting on them to upload to SimRacer Hub, and we will be good to go. Y'all can go ahead and do the commercial if you want. It'll give me just a few more seconds to let it upload.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be right back here with you guys. And just 1 second here with the points. Just going to throw it to a commercial break while Jason gets the final results.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Over here clicking all the wrong buttons and everything, so we are back here. Jason, you do have the points for us?
Absolutely, guys. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a shakeup after tonight's race. And let me activate this so we can get it, make sure it's properly done. This is going to be an insane shakeup. All right, so based on right now, we have Nichols moving on, Kemp moving on, Brackett moving on, Neal moving on, Ellison moving on, Holder moving on, Newbigging, and Baird. Baird actually beat out Matt Grenier by 3 points with his stage win tonight. So Baird pulled a hat trick with that one and he got in somehow, boys. Got him with 3 points. That's so close, man. Fritz dropped out. He was 4 point shot. Farmer, he's a little further out with 19. And then Frankie, of course, missing the race didn't help him out any. Completely got dropped out there. It's 25-45, so he was pretty far back. It looks like about 54 points back. So he would have needed a really good race tonight to have beaten out Matt Morgan there. But it looks like we're going to have Kemp, Nichols, Brackett, Neal, Ellison, Holder, and Newbigging, and Baird in the final 8. Yes, sir.
I was actually muted. So Nichols, Kemp, Brackett, Neal, Ellison, Holder, Newbigging, and Baird. That is your final 8 going into next week.
Yep, that is the final 8. Obviously, they can still run for the team championship, and they can still run for up to 5th place points. Based on the way we have it structured, the top 4 will automatically be locked in once we get to Phoenix. But anyone that's not in that top 4 can still race for up to 5th place, which still pays out $50. And also get you a seat at the table for what we do next season.
Well, there you go. You heard it from Jason himself telling you. We got Nichols, Kemp, Brackett, Neal, Ellison, Holder, Newbigging, and Baird all getting into that final 8. And like you said, don't not race that. Like I tell everybody each week, even if you don't, you're not in that championship points, you can still race for the money. You can still race for the, the wins, the money that you get from the win, from a stage win or anything like that. So it's one of those things that it's still profitable to race in this series, even if you're not battling for the championship.
Yeah, I just sent you a copy of those points. I don't know if you have time to put them up or not, but that'll be in the Discord for everyone as well. And that's that's absolutely right. These guys, I know they've had a rough season. Zach's won several races and has been pretty dominant all season. There's no doubt about it. But just like tonight, man, anything can happen. You don't know week in and week out who's going to win. Unless of course Zach is leading every lap, then that's kind of a given. But still, that's what it makes this thing so special. Is tonight he messed up. Obviously, somebody else got the win. Had a whole new top 3 drivers that we've really not had that much this season. So there's still an opportunity to pay for races. With the money that these guys are getting from the podiums. The podiums, even if you don't win, like I said, you still get money for podiums. So, and then we have our clean driver and hard charger, etc. So, correct. They are not correct. The points will now transition to 3,000 per driver. Plus, they'll get their bonuses reapplied for wins, stage wins, and wins for the season. That they've had, just like NASCAR. It's exactly like NASCAR does it. So everything is applied every round, and whatever they earn this round gets applied at the beginning of the next round. Obviously, bonus points can't save you in this round, but they can potentially boost your score, your points for the next round, so that you actually take a bigger, chunk out of whoever's behind you. They'll have a harder time catching up to you based on what you did this round. So it's important to perform well every round if you're in those top 8. So, yeah, man, it's pretty interesting stuff we had tonight.
It really was. So it's going to be interesting to see how going next week into the Charlotte Roval, how this is really going to shake everything up. That's going to be interesting to see. But Jason,
yeah, that's going to be a tough track for a lot of these guys. We've got some guys that are no longer going to be in the points chase that are still going to be really good next week. So hopefully everybody shows up and we have a good race.
Heck yeah. Well, Jason, if you got anything else to throw out there, man, we'll go ahead and get you out of here and get this thing rolling.
As always, thanks to LNS Customs, Kinder Performance Group, ButtKicker, Barber Ford, Terry's, what's it, Red Rocket Buildings? Yes, Red Rocket Buildings. And who am I forgetting? There's one more. Show me about
Barber Ford. You say
Barber Ford? Did that one. Barber Ford.
We say LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Barber Ford, Kinder Performance Group.
I think that's all of them then. Never mind. Oh, and Huffman Designs. I'm sorry.
There you go. Huffman Designs.
There it is.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you later.
Appreciate you, Jason. Well, Chris, we hear there. We've got a big shakeup in the points. And, man, do you have any final words for the fans before we get them out of here tonight?
Yeah, just like we were saying, the points are currently sitting up on the screen. So this is everything that Jason said. I tried to fix it as best I could. I equaled out the points so that way you're not arguing over which one the points were and all that stuff. So that is currently your championship going into next week. Zach Nichols, Matt Kemp, Mikey Neal, Brandon Holder, Gabriel Ellison, Doug Newbigging, Wyatt Brackett, and Morgen Baird. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But hey, like I say every week, big shout out to LNS Custom, big shout out to ButtKicker, big shout out to Kinder Performance Group, and big shout out to Barber Ford Motorsports. We cannot do this without them. Big shout out to all the people in the Bluegrass. I'm saying family, friends, anybody that watches on the YouTube, anybody that watches on the Facebook, anybody that, has donated anything, anybody that just sits and, donates their time to watch the series. We really do appreciate all of y'all. Could not do it without you guys, but I cannot wait for the Roval next week with the Xfinity and the Cup cars. But hey, we're going to Iowa in the trucks. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. Well, this has been Chris and Josh up here with another awesome week here, rounding out the round of 12 here to get into the round of 8. Or eliminating from the round of 12 to get into the round of 8, I should say. As we're going to go next week to the Charlotte Roval. Make sure to tune in with us Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series. You're not going to want to miss it for the first round of 8. But all in all, this has been Chris and Josh up here in the booth saying a big thank you to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports, saying thank you to all of our fans on YouTube and Facebook as well. If you want to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live. On that Facebook, hit the like button, and hey, we're going to be seeing you next week at the Charlotte Roval. This is Chris and Josh Kiwi signing off here in the Bluegrass booth saying good night, and we will see you next Monday at 9.